want us to talk about creating our best and profitable client. You know, there's some topics that people will talk about that they can talk about for days or years. They're really excited about what they do or what they've discovered or what they've learned or what they're learning. For me, I'm learning something new every day about a best and profitable client. This is really exciting information for me at this time because I've just gotten really tired of the time wastage and the amount of money and resources that go into building products and services for clients and then the inability to get them. You know, too many people are giving up and going back to daytime jobs in which they really have no business going back to. And I get it, we have bills to pay, but it's such a disservice to the world when the wrong people are in the wrong jobs. You know, just as an example, if you've ever gone by a coffee shop, there's a huge difference to the rest of your day, believe it or not, from a coffee shop interaction. If you have someone who's bubbly or who has a deep love and respect of what he or she is doing behind the counter, it sets the tone for the rest of your walk that day. If you have somebody who's grumpy or just really just inundated with too many people, rush hour, and this is just the job that pays the bills, it does a number on you, and it takes a lot of conscious effort to not be influenced by people's energy, but subconsciously we take a lot of energy from each other. And one of the things that I'm very, very, very careful about is how I use my energy, how I give it out, and how I receive it. I've found one of the best uses of energy is doing what you love, and working in a capacity in which you are uniquely gifted or special or equipped to work in. You give people a better experience, people get to retain more, they get to apply more, they get to prosper. It just all around works out. So a best and profitable client needs to be the person who honestly makes you so grateful for what you do. And I know you're in this business, you know, you need to make money. But if you go to bed, or if you wake up in the morning, or if you have a moment during the day when you think to yourself, my goodness, I am the luckiest person alive. I have the greatest job in the world. I am doing amazing things here, and I am so deeply grateful. If you can have those moments and you get them as a direct result of an interaction with a client, that is your best and profitable client. If ever you've wondered, that is the person. Now, there's a difference between feeling that way after you've helped someone who can't help you or can't pay you, and feeling that way with someone who can and is able to and has paid you and continues to pay you. A lot of times we feel that we can't have both. We feel that, oh, I don't want to be greedy and I'm not in this for the wrong reasons. My heart is in here. I really want to help people. But when we're not careful, that kind of thinking takes us down a path where we're not worth getting paid or getting clients who will pay us without a problem. And we begin to think that, you know, maybe it's just, this is the norm and this is how it is and this is how it should be. That's not true. Because on the flip side, you have no problem paying for what you want. You have no problem coming up with the money to pay for what you need. And you never make it anyone's business how you did that, right? Like, you just come up with it. You don't give long stories or sap stories or sob stories. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life, you handle it. So why do we not expect from others the levels and the standards that we set for ourselves? So what we have here is a mindset issue. And I'm going to go in with the common mistakes and how to create your best and profitable client. But all of that will do nothing and will mean nothing if we don't really consider our mindset, our expectations, what energy we put out when we are speaking with people and when we're attracting people. And we also don't consider the language that is used with us and the excuses we make around them. So this is just an awesome lead-in to the common mistakes most entrepreneurs make in getting new clients. And again, as I keep saying all this, if you have any questions, because we're going to have a part where I just give you your personalized answer. And these are awesome on-the-spot coaching sessions. I usually jump on them because I want to get as much information as I can and as much clarity as I can around a problem that I have. So I do encourage you to take advantage of this. Text this number, 416-668-9230, and get your question in. So one of the common mistakes that entrepreneurs make when they're getting new clients is accepting any kind of language. Now, we're not talking about swear words or anything like that. Think deeper. So you'll have a conversation with someone, and that person will bring to you everything that that person is, including any objections, hesitations, what they think or feel about those kinds of products in general, about the pricing, and they bring them to the table. Now, remember that you're in the business of bettering people's lives. End of story. The only reason a business is in existence is to make money, right? So in exchange for goods and services, you make money. The only reason why someone will part with his or her money is because that person is getting something that will make that person feel better. At that very moment, that person is looking for an enhancement. So you're in the business of enhancing. You're in the business of up-leveling. You're in the business of taking someone from one place to another. You are the bridge that takes someone from a state to a different state, from a want to a fulfilled need. So when they come to you, they're not at the same level with you, because you are the one who has within your products and your services and your personality what is needed to up-level, what is needed to bring over, to bridge over, to make the person's life better, to refresh, to renew. You're the answer to a solution. So the person is in need. And the language that the person will come to you with is a needy language. It's need. A lot of times what entrepreneurs do is they forget their position, they forget their stake, they hand over their power subconsciously and subliminally, and they start to speak in the language that the potential person is speaking to them with. And it becomes a huggle of worthiness. It becomes a huggle of, no, really, I'm worth it. Buy me, try me, take me. When in actuality, the language that entrepreneurs should be using at all times and always is you are standing at the door with a key to a really great life based on what you're providing and based on what you're doing. And so you should hold that position rightly, uprightly, and be the authority figure when you're presenting your solution. So challenging our leads and our potential clients in the best language ever, loving language, but language that asks a person to play a bigger game so that they can get what they want, and having the person be decisive. So we're not making decisions for people. We're not in the business of convincing people. We're not in the business for begging for business. We're not in the business for relying on people. We're in the business of providing solutions for people who are looking for them. And when people want something, they will buy it. Believe you me. A lot of entrepreneurs take the I don't have any money, or let me think about it, or mainly it's I don't have any money. So I'll just stick to that one for now. What they don't understand is that very same person will need something that's 10 times more expensive within 24 hours and will somehow find the money to pay for it. You know this because you've seen it time and time again, where someone will look at you and say, I don't have the money, turn right around and purchase something else that was needed at that time. It's always a case of priority. And so the common mistake, number one, is not listening to the language, matching language. More importantly, not doing their job, which is to uncover the real reason for the need, addressing the concerns, and if, in fact, there's a genuine need for what it is that you're offering, and making the exchange. Another common mistake that entrepreneurs make is not paying attention to where the person is in the buying cycle. And so expending a lot of time and energy on people who are honestly, frankly, they're just shopping. Like they really appreciate you answering all their questions and taking the time to sit down with them and give them extensive stuff. But they're not parting with any money. They're just gathering information. So thank you for all that, but that's it. The downside to providing too much information is that you basically make it so easy for the next person to close the sale because you've given them everything they need. And now when they get to the next stage, which is the next stage of the buying cycle, which is always a step closer to the purchase, they've already been primed. They know what the costs are. They know what's coming. And now the question is, they just met someone at the right time and they parted with their money. Now, this is something that I personally believe, which is that what is for me is for me. What is meant for me will always come to me. And what is meant for you will always come to you. So what this does is it just reminds me that we've got so much in this world. There's more than enough. We have no need to worry or be afraid or anything like that. But it's also very important to know where someone is in the buying cycle so that you can know what kind of energy to extend and how to use your products and services best. So as an example, the first stages of the cycle, you want to really concentrate on giving information. And you want to concentrate on giving information without you necessarily being there expending too much energy. And this is where you have a lot of what they call freebies that lead to opportunities. And then the bulk of your energy will be spent toward the latter stages. So we're not saying that you give inferior service, not at all. It's just how deep do you go, how far do you go, and at what stage. So when you know your buying cycle, it'll really help you figure out your marketing material and what it is that you're going to do with it. Let's talk about how to create your best and profitable client. Now, remember I told you to create an avatar, so go into the head of your client and map out that journey. Well, the other thing that you must do is think about best and profitable in the same sentence. Now, this is how you know that you're working with your best and profitable client, okay? When you're able to get the person who will pay you what you ask for, to get what he or she needs, who will use what he or she has purchased for outstanding results in his or her life. So when you get someone who pays you and they actually use the products and services that you're selling, and they benefit from the products and services that you're selling, that is your best and profitable client, because you are able to significantly change that person's life. You're able to deliver on the promise, the up-leveling. You're able to deliver on making that person's life better, on bringing a different situation that's more desirable. And it makes you feel really, really good when you see all your hard work pay off, right? So when you look at that person and you can see that that person is doing well, that that person is in a better state since having met you, spoken with you, bought your products and services, it makes you feel good. And you're more than likely to get a quality referral from such a person. Are these people rare? No. No, they're not. And it all starts with who you surround yourself with, the language that you use, your own boundaries, your own personal standards, and a really, really deep belief and conviction about the quality of what you provide. If you truly do believe in what you do and its transformative powers, its ability to change people's lives, make their lives better. And, maybe you're a print person, you own a print shop. And when I'm saying all this, you're like, whoa, Julie, I'm not out here to save the world. I just want to print. Well, someone had a need before they came to your shop, right? And if you're able to deliver and you're able to provide great service, honestly, you've made that person's day better. You made that person's life better. You've touched that person. You've done your job and you've done it really well. You've made that person's life easier. You've made things go faster. So, we downplay the results on our clients' lives. And when we do that, we forget just how incredible we are and what we bring to the table and what it's worth. And that doesn't help. Something that I found really, really helps with this is when you are a part of a mastermind or a group of like-minded people. Mine is called the Super Focus Group. I love focus, man. Honestly, I've been through a lot in my life. When it comes to just rock bottoms, I've hit them all. And a lot of people who come out to my different talks or workshops or 3-day events, they get to hear about these struggles and how I overcame them, just to let you know, so that I'm not this person who just wakes up all focused and all dandy. No, we all have our struggles. It's how you overcome them and use that to better yourself that counts. So with the Super Focus Group, you finally get to join your very own mastermind. Now, I know how it feels when you're trying to make something work. It's so lonesome. And you struggle. And maybe you don't have entrepreneurs in your family. So they don't get it. When you come from an environment where you're used to seeing someone work for a paycheck, it can feel like you're not doing a single thing. It can feel like you're so useless because you're doing all this work and you're not seeing that paycheck. So it's great when you're in the company of people who are not meeting so that you can languish in misery, no, but people who are meeting, who are committed, who are accountable to each other, who can share ideas, who can ask questions that only the other people get and completely get, and who can share. So you're together for 7 weeks. You get to bunk your online bunkmates. You get to form really close connections and ties. You get to build relationships that lead to collaborations. And these are the best kinds of collaborations. Why? Because you know someone so intimately and the person knows you and you know where your gaps are. You figured out your buying cycles and where you can complement each other. And you get to put your heads together and come up with awesome stuff that you can offer your clients. The best part about this, one of the best parts about this is once every couple of weeks, I jump on and I give group coaching. So this is going to take place in a secret Facebook group. And the group coaching that I provide is real quick and it's real, just cuts to the chase. So, the mastermind, we have that collaboration of ideas, of mutual respect and that sort of thing. But because it's called a Super Focus Group, I want us to walk out better than when we walked in. So this is not really like a swimming pool where you come in and you have fun and you walk out. No, we need you to take your laps. So, with a group coaching, I make sure that we're not stuck. I make sure that we are moving along. So when you come into the group, you have your goal. You have what it is that you want to do and what you're looking to accomplish. And the idea here is that you walk out with your resolution. Isn't that awesome? I think that's really awesome. A lot of times people will take online courses or programs, and when you walk out, you're knowledgeable, but you still have your issue. And the ones that I find are so transformative for me is when I walk in with a problem and I walk out without it. I can move on to the next thing. I can do what it is that I was supposed to be doing before this really small thing became a huge part of my day or life. I mean, who wants that? Now, the 7 weeks starts on Monday, August 28th. This is an incredible time. It's right as we go into the fourth quarter of 2017. It's an exciting time to belong to a group of people because, getting back into the swing of things may take a little while, and you could use that support. If you don't belong to a mastermind, or if you belong to a mastermind, but you really need to make a move on some of the things that you're doing. And if you want to be honest, at this point in your life, you want to start seeing some results. You want to start achieving things. You want to start making waves. You really want to start achieving your goals so that you can pay off your debt, so that you can finally go on that trip, so that you can put your kids through school, so that you can retire, so that you can help your parent who needs, a lot of medical coverage because the joints are getting older and they're not working as well as they used to. So if you're in that space where, it's nice and fun to know people and interact with them, but really at this stage, you're looking for resolution, then the super focus group is for you. It's for you. It's 10 people, 7 weeks, very cozy. You get to know each other intimately. You get to be around each other. It's incredible. And the investment for the 7 weeks is $149. There's a link at the bottom. It's Mastermind One, juliacatzivo.com/Mastermind1. Reserve your space today. This is starting on Monday. So today's Thursday. There are a lot of people who are highly interested in belonging to a tight-knit community of just a few of them and walking through a path together. So don't let that ship sail.